Is this thing on?
Millennial pause is real. It's all good.
Yeah.
I figured it out. So I press start the stream, and then like there's this little panicked moment of whether the stream is actually going to work on Instagram, but it takes the amount of time that the credits roll to work. So I'm like, is it going to be okay? Yes, it is going to be okay. We will be able to stream. It's okay. We're back to zero. It's all good. I'm not freaking out about it. Life is okay.
Don't freak about it.
Never. I never freak out. Never freak out.
Not you.
How is everyone? Welcome to UCR Live. We are here. Christina's back this week. Vera's here. It's
Christina was here last week. We did a Tuesday show.
No, the week before that.
The week before, but it's all bleeding together. Christina was absent last week. It's okay. I love her.
Work duties.
Oh.
Hey, Lashana.
Hey, Lashana.
Work duties. That's never. Oh yeah, that's right. You were under the pump last week, weren't you?
That's right.
You were a busy girl.
Yes, you had a presentation.
Oh my god. I have a presentation next week. But it was supposed to be due on Friday, of last week. And then Thursday we get an email that's now I'm a procrastinator, like to the T. I am like I'm better under pressure, and I don't know what it is. Like I guess I have starter's anxiety, and like I don't know like what to do and how to start it. Yeah, like I don't know. So like I figure like okay, I'm better under pressure, so I might as well like just wait to like do anything. I don't know. I'm fucking retarded. So I just got the email on Thursday morning, and this guy was like, "Please be sure that your presentations are in by the end of the day." And I'm like, "End of the day?" I go, tomorrow. Like, so I like shit my pants, and the girl that I'm working on it with lives in California, so there's a 4-hour time difference.
Oh
so
no!
I'm like. So like by the time I get that email, she's not on until 11 my time.
Right.
And by then, like I have to do my own goddamn job, right? And that took me till like 5:45 that night to finish. I didn't get home till 6:30. Then it was like, okay, eat dinner, get the kids like settled, and then eat dinner, and then get working. So like I sign on at like 8:30, and I still had work left over from like the morning that I had to do. So I do that, and then I'm like, okay, presentation, ChatGPT. Like I was just like full in it. Like I'm like, okay, like focus, like I have to get this done. Do you guys even know what time? Guess what time I was on till. Just guess. Just take a guess.
3 a.m.
No.
2.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
I submitted my presentation at 1:45 a.m. I emailed it off. I'm like, you know what? And then I am the girl from California because no shit, she sent me 2 slides for like a 12 slide, presentation.
Right.
Who I am, I took over anyway. It really was mine. She just kind of like came in on it,
just like at school.
Yeah, exactly, which is fine. Like, so, okay, I was totally okay with that because I take control anyway. Like, I need control, right?
Right.
So, I am
Steve
her.
wouldn't know anything about that.
Not even a little bit, right? So I am her at like 1:45 after I emailed. I said, listen, I sent it to you. I sent it to Al. I go, so just like look it over. Tell me what you think. So I was like waiting for her to like look through it. And then I am her and I go, if they ask, I said, we were working on it together because it was the only time that California could work with New York.
Sync up time.
I am not going to be labeled as that crazy fucking bitch who stayed on until 1:45 in the morning.
Right.
I almost wanted her to email it to make it look like, but then I was like, no,
because then she's going to get all the credit.
Yeah,
I worked that for a joke.
I am doing this, like, so I mean, oh my god. And now this week has been a shit show because one of the other girls is out on maternity leave as of Monday, which is a month earlier than we expected her to be out. So now I'm really putting on like my supervisor shoes, and I'm assigning work now, and like that is really overwhelming because it's something I haven't done in like 5 years.
Oh no, it will
You're gonna be
revolutionize your
fine.
world. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh my god, it's just so
But
crazy.
we're gonna celebrate work success all round. Lashana
Yeah.
says she stopped by to let everyone know that her anime project that I was working on is just a smashing success. Now I'm gonna see how season 2 is gonna do. Amazing stuff. Let us
That
know
is
what
amazing.
it is. Leave us a
Yeah.
comment
what's
and
her
we'll share
name
it,
then?
girlfriend.
Yeah.
My
We
husband loves anime.
Oh, there you go. You
So-
got Joey. You got Joey.
He will definitely watch it.
Now,
100%.
just to reference what Vera said, I don't have control issues. I am more than happy for other people to organize things. I just can't stand if someone says I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If someone says I'm gonna do it, I'm like, sweet, I don't have to.
Yeah.
But if it's not done, then that's an issue.
Pisses
And I don't think that's control issues. I think that's just going
Accountability.
fuck people. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because what I have done this year, this is my stress point of this time of year is my stress point for the dance studio that I work at, because it is end of year performance. We are doing all that stuff. We are shut up, Joe. How does that sound? But yeah, like it's the stress point, because not only are we getting everything ready for the concert, costumes, music editing, background videos, meetings with the production company that put up the stage and do all that kind of stuff, and tech runs and rehearsals and all this stuff. We're getting ready for next year as well, because you have to be. Like you want the rollout to be seamless so that they have an amazing time. The last part will have you. Oh, there we go. China says the link has been sent. The last part will have us shook. I love being shook.
Nice.
Yeah, you want a seamless rollout so that if the kids have an amazing time and the dance concert's over and they know that they're not coming to class for 5 weeks, they're going to be like, let's enroll now, let's get it done. And then everyone's set and we know what's going on for next year. Like, I need to be that organized. Even with this, like, it stresses me out. We're not organized because I know that I have X, Y, and Z to do for my other job. So if I know that we have X, Y, and Z, I'm literally at the stage now of going, all right, next week, Vera and I are going to do this. And then Katie and I are going to film this. We have this email that I'm waiting for an interview for this. And then I'm going to try and get Katrina. And then hopefully like Lord Jeff out with, I don't know, something. And then, so it is a constant this. So anytime I have delegated this year for the first time, I'm like, okay, well, you're the singing teacher. So you're going to take care of this, this, and this. I don't have to deal with it. You're going to do this. Awesome. Amazing. But I'm still going to hold you accountable for it because I'm going to give you a deadline like a real world job would to go, hey, this needs to be done. And people go, oh, okay. But it makes your life easier to outsource. So don't be afraid. Delegation is the key, my friend.
Yeah.
It makes your life easier. And then
when
they don't do it, you're like, too bad.
I can't deliver on.
Yeah. I mean, it is, it's not even, it's the amount of work and then like what I'm putting on them. And a lot of the tasks that we have are like same day tasks. So like they'll get like, 10 of something, 5 of something else, 10 of something else, 3 of something else. Like it's a lot. And like, I just feel so bad because it's like, I'm just learning who knows what and how to assign the invite. It's been so long since I've like assigned workout, and to me, it's just like
it can be hard, but you've also got to trust the people around you, and that's the thing that the thing I've learned, that if you empower people to take control of a situation, they're going to do it if they're good at their job, and if they're not good at their job, they go.
Right. And it's funny because like I even said to my manager today, I go, if I assign somebody something and they come back to me and tell me that they don't know how to do it, I go, I'm showing them how to do it. And she's like, okay. And then like this kid that like, he's so, what do you call, green. And he's 26, and it's like, I know I can mold him into a new me. Like, I know I can.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
he has it. So, like, I'm showing him something. I showed him something yesterday, and then today he's like, let's just go over that again. I'm like, definitely. Like, let's talk
Love
about
that.
it. Like, you can
Love
do
that.
this. Like, you know, like giving him the power.
The tools.
And then I
Give
had
him
to,
the
like,
tools, and then he has the
Yeah.
power. And then they
Like,
get the confidence, and it's tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, and just like give him the confidence, like, you know what, you can do this. Like, it's not that difficult. I'm showing you right now. If I can learn it, you can learn it. Like, I'm so dumb. Like, so, like,
I'm so
if I
dumb.
can comprehend how to do something like easy, then I'll do it. Like, it's I can teach it the way that I know how to do it, and it's easy. Like, I don't make anything hard, and I don't give anybody any hard shit to do either. Like,
But that's also the point. That's also the point of teamwork, right? Is that you can lift people up when they don't know what they're doing, but they've also got your back, and that's the whole idea of having a team mentality, which is, I guess, what every workplace is trying for this day and age, right?
I am part of one of the best teams I've ever worked with. It's just me and Mike, 2 nurses for 1,100 patients, you know, and it's a ton of work for one, but we manage it with 2. You know what I mean? We just
awesome.
We know what we're doing, you know.
Yeah.
He'll start the list,
feel like
I'll start the
I feel like that's
sheet,
it too.
You know.
And if the more you work with people, you understand you understand the rhythm of how someone else works, and you go, all right, well, I know that you're going to take care of that, and I can take care of that. We meet in the middle to do this, and then I'm very lucky that I've been doing my teaching job now for a very long time. We went through the years last week, and it was a bit. I'm not that old, but I've been doing my job. I've been doing my job a long time. I'm like, oh Jesus, okay, and it makes sense when you look at the generations of people that I have taught. But I'm lucky that some of my former students are now teaching at the studio that I work at, and they're at a more senior level, so I don't have to worry about them. But I've also got some of the teachers that taught me still involved in the studio that I work at. So when it comes to costume things or organizational things or just last minute stuff, they're more than happy to go, yeah, I can help this. What do you want me to do with that? I'm like, it takes a village. We had this conversation about raising children, educating children the other day with Dia and Vera, but it takes a village to make something successful. And I am blessed at the moment that I've got a really strong team around me. And that's what you've got to do. You just got to build people up so that they have the chutzpah to deal with it. Because at the end of the day, that's it. Yes, chutzpah. I don't know where that came from.
I haven't heard that word forever.
I know, right? I know, it's turned Jewish a little bit every now and then.
Yeah. Hanukkah's coming up eventually.
Oh yeah, happy Hanukkah to everyone. Oh, all the holidays are coming up. I got it right. Nobody had to message me. Nobody had to email me and go daylight savings because I did it right. I was like,
oh, nice.
This is usually the time of year where you guys are sitting around going,
"Where's Steve?
Oh my God!
I'm like, oh. That has not happened in a hot minute.
That would be really funny.
The funniest day was when it was like showtime. Vera's messaged me, Luke's messaged me, Jeff's messaged me. I'm like, start the credits. You're like, what do you mean? Like, start the credits. I was literally in bed, and I landed in the seat ready to go at the end of those credits. I was like, let's do this, man.
All right, I have a question for the team here.
Okay.
Who spent the day getting notifications that started with Jeffrey E. and thought it was Jeffrey Emmett every time, and it was Jeffrey Epstein every time?
Oh no. I hope that they're not. I don't think he's on the list just quietly, but you know, I think
it would just be notification Jeffrey E. and then it would, cut off because.
You're like, wow, he's a busy boy today. The other one. The other one.
Yeah, the other Jeffrey.
The other Jeffrey. But we are talking about him, so we should probably jump into it, right? We got a lot to chat about in this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
Oh, we are here now. I am a Sabrina Carpenter fan, and it was just appropriate that today's title is a little take on one of her albums, Emails You Shouldn't Send. Because, shock and horror, Donald Trump is named multiple times across multiple of the Jeffrey Epstein emails. Oh no! Who knew?
Well, these aren't even the files.
No,
these are just the emails that his brother and the estate released because Congress requested them before the great big shutdown, and they couldn't go through them until the shutdown was over. So today they went back to work, and suddenly the 20,000 emails were released, and the Epstein files are still part of the DOJ records that are not released yet.
Let's wind that back a little. 20,000 emails.
Yes.
That this man, and not just him, but his name appears multiple times.
Yes.
How do we go from 20,000 emails to nothing existing that he's not mentioned ever?
This president will obfuscate. He will spin it. He is the king of spin. Because
I had to have
Epstein files had to be released, and then there's nothing there. We looked.
I had to have a go in the comments because there was some fucking ass wipe in our comments going, they care about this bullshit now. I'm like, no, people care about this bullshit. Child sex trafficking all the time.
I had to go at her too.
People care about it all the time, and it doesn't matter who it is. As we have said multiple times, it doesn't matter if it's the fucking Pope. Whoever's name is on these lists, on these emails, should be investigated, and they should be tried to the fullest extent of the law.
Absolutely. I don't care if
for
it's
me,
Santa Claus or Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For me, it's the disparity between, and I went and did my due diligence. It's the disparagement between, I've known Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do. Many of them are on the younger side. In 2002, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I mean, a lot of people in Palm Beach knew him in 2019. Add to that multiple photos. Add to that flight logs. Add to that stories from victims, alleged victims, Virginia Giuffre. And then the White House and that raging cuntball, Carolyn Levitt, can suck my ass. She, who's like, no, nothing to do with it. Then they go, it was Virginia Giuffre, who no one knows this poor bitch who's fucking killed herself because of all this drama. But no, it wasn't. And then they're like, oh no, it was her. And he spent multiple hours alone with her in Jeffrey Epstein's house. Make it make sense, people, because it doesn't. What you're saying is not true. And if this isn't even the files, what the fuck is in those files?
1,000 affidavits from women who claim to be victims.
I just don't see how you can trust anything coming out of the White House.
I don't.
At all. At all. And that's not, and I'm not just saying the Trump stuff. I'm saying anything. Because if this shit has been available since 2000, like the mid 2000s, it's like 14, 15 years for these emails to come out. Why hasn't anyone done anything? Not just this administration. Why hasn't anyone done anything? Yeah, it's reprehensible.
I felt that Merrick Garland should have been, looking into it. I felt that it should have been investigated when that Florida DOJ cut the deal with Epstein to give him immunity. And then that Florida DOJ ends up in Trump's Justice Department.
I'm sorry, we've all watched, like, we are not lawyers, okay? We've all watched enough fucking NCIS, Law and Order, How to Get Away with Murder. When somebody gets a deal, it means they have evidence, and they're doing it for protection.
Yeah.
An innocent person doesn't take a deal.
And an innocent person doesn't cover up. If you are innocent, you should have released everything.
Yeah. Right?
You know?
And if it,
I
look.
can't stand the people who keep throwing around that, Democrats are on that list too. I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
let them hang.
They are. It doesn't matter. If they committed a crime, they need to be tried, prosecuted.
I feel like if Democrats were on that list, Donald Trump would be like, yeah, see, there's more Democrats than Republicans, but bitch, I'm on that list too, so that's why I'm not releasing it. Like,
right.
And also, I don't
why
think
didn't Biden and why didn't Obama and why didn't, Bush? It's like,
why didn't anyone?
Everybody. Everybody's on it. Everybody knows people that are on it that could ruin people's brains. So it's just, we'll never see that list.
Well, he was in jail. He did die in jail. So somebody investigated Epstein.
Yeah,
absolutely. They were investigating. And they committed Ghislaine to jail. So it has been investigated.
Yeah.
But what did they find in that investigation? The transparency isn't there.
The transparency is
you can
not
tell
there.
us if you investigated. The transparency isn't there, and that's what people want. Because the Queen of Jewish Space Lasers is saying, I'll read the list out on the floor. If Marjorie Taylor Greene is gonna, like, Queen of the Space, as I said, Queen of Jewish Space Lasers is gonna be down to name and shame.
Who knew that this woman would be coming out on the right side of this?
It's a turning top. Like, she still pledges allegiance to Donald Trump, but she's saying
she says she loves him.
People want to know this fact. People want to know, and even the MAGA, the tide is turning in the MAGA party as well. They want to know if they're being fucking bullshitted to, which is more credit than I thought I could give them.
Well, also, a lot of them who were promised they would not lose their health insurance or their health insurance wasn't going to go up are looking at bills that have tripled their health insurance.
Yep.
Or canceled.
How much are eggs now? How much are eggs?
How much are eggs? Are $2.50. They are down. So eggs are down.
They are down. Okay, we're not a total liar. Okay.
Macaroni is going up.
$7.
Not macaroni. Yeah, you gotta worry. You got to worry about the shit that matters.
Meatballs with $7 hamburger.
Oh god.
Oh, my father. You know what? Actually, meat is really expensive.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. I made stew the other night, so I had to get just fucking beef chuck. It was $27 for 3.
You gotta slow cook that shit.
Can you fucking believe that shit?
Yeah.
$27 fucking dollars. I was like, holy shit. And if I wanted it pre-cut, it was $18 for 2 pounds.
Right.
That threw me the fuck through the roof. I was like, this is how
like, bitch, I got a knife.
A roast cost? This is insane.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
my
watching
God.
those videos on TikTok on how to take a quarter pound of beef or a quarter side of beef and cut it into steaks and meat and chunks.
People are pretty look. I will say people are pretty fucking ingenious though with this current climate of making things last and all that kind of stuff. I get, again, algorithm talk. I get sucked into it. So it's like, I'm a mother of 17 and this is what I do to feed my children on 2 cents and half a day for 6 weeks. You're like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm like, and everything's rationed and portioned.
I saw somebody the other day was making freeze-dried eggs. She goes, the shelf life is 17 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. And she's picking it off of the pan. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not doing
packaging it in these little weed bags. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I could never.
I will spend the rest of my life eating beans and rice. I am not freeze-dried.
That is some Cold War prepare the bomb shelter shit. That's I don't want to live in a world where I have to eat like that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm happy for the zombie apocalypse to happen or the aliens to zap me. I'm like, if
I
can't get what I want or something close to what I want when I want it, I'm like, no, just tap me out. Tap me out. I'm a child of convenience. I'm sorry. I know that that's a bad thing.
I remember when I was young, one of my friend's mom was talking to her about we used to do air raid drills.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, we had to. There was no way.
Fear of nuclear winter.
And so we were at their house, and my friend says to her mother, "What do we do? They're talking about nuclear bombs and shit." And her mother said to her, straight faced, "Run towards the light." And at the time, I thought it was horrible. I was like, "Oh my god!" And now, run towards the light.
Is surviving really surviving? That's what I think when I watch. Yeah. When I watch these movies and TV shows like The Walking Dead, I'm like, I don't want to live like that, baby doll. I'm sorry. Like, you got to a quiet place. Tap me out because I fucking snore. I've got a deviated septum, bro. I'd be gone in about half a minute. I'll just take a step off a high building.
Oh, and
I am not fighting.
This is awesome.
The Last of
Us.
Quite a different show.
Yeah,
I would like to see the crossover though.
Yeah, right.
This Is Us, The Last of Us.
Oh my god.
Poor Mandy Moore's been through enough. Leave her alone. She doesn't need zombie mushrooms. All right. She's been
I haven't watched it since they killed Pedro. Oh, spoiler alert.
Well, I think it's okay. The whole world blew up about it. So.
I don't even remember. I have to watch that show again. I got through like a couple of seasons and that was it. I gave up.
Yeah.
Too cry.
All right, so you're talking about This Is Us.
Yes, yeah.
My mother recently got onto that show, and this is as I've talked about before. This is a woman who never watched TV in her life since retirement. Oh my god, she devours media at like the drop of a hat. She watched all of that show, I reckon, in probably 2.5, 3 weeks, and there's like 6 or 7 seasons of that show.
That's a lot of time jumping.
What do you got to do? You don't have a license. You don't drive. You got no job. She goes.
I could watch one series in 2 weeks easily.
I can't. I cannot binge. I can watch 3 episodes at a time, and then I need a break.
Do you know what makes it hard though? It makes it hard when you binge watch old TV shows because TV seasons used to be 24 episodes a season and nearly an hour long an episode. And you're like, oh, this is intense. But now it's like,
less commercials. Now
this is an 8-episode season, or this is a 4-episode mini event. You're like, okay, cool. I'm watching those
old shows. I'm not.
So you're in that. You are in the trenches when you're watching those old shows.
I am.
Yeah, no, and I don't care what it is. 3 episodes is my max for anything.
Nah. As I said, my usual Christmas, I get sick around Christmas because the body has had enough. It goes too much. You need to rest, and I go never, no rest until it collapses on itself. I got into Project Runway once when I had food poisoning and watched 5 seasons in a week.
Wow.
5 seasons and started watching All Stars and then got the rest of it because it was a streaming thing. And then was it last Christmas or the Christmas? It was last Christmas. Christmas before. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. 3 seasons before the premiere. I was like, let's do this, fuckers.
Watching anything that requires concentration. I am watching something I've seen 100 times. I am watching Struck. I am watching You've Got Mail. I'm watching
comfort shows.
I know by heart. And then I can wake up and say, "Oh, okay, we're on this scene."
Comfort shows are a thing. Exactly. My rotation.
But I don't have it like playing while I'm working, like just as 100. Noise, like in like my anything. Yeah. I'll just be like, and I'll look sometimes, and then I'll be like, okay, and I'll just be on the background because you just know where you're at.
You don't have to engage, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
My comfort show rotation is usually we go through Golden Girls. Golden Girls is definitely one. And I think Golden Girls is like clinically proven to relax people. They've studied it. It's like Golden Girls, Will and Grace, but that's becoming more and more problematic because Deborah Messing's a cunt. What's the other one? We usually do Absolutely Fabulous as well. If I'm feeling a bit British, we do Ab Fab. I've watched Ab Fab so many times. Catherine Kim is an Australian sitcom that they're the ones that I watch on repeat are comedies. I notice they're the ones that I watch. And then for brainless mindlessness, if I'm in the house, it's usually like Bravo. So it's something reality based. Or God. We do love a House Hunters.
I love a British
House Hunters.
Drama.
My Lottery Dream Home.
Yeah, the Lottery Dream Home.
Fixer Upper, Chip and Jojo. Whatever. those what are those sisters that sell the houses? Can't remember. Unsellable Houses. Love them. Hometown.
Wow.
Shut up.
I like Hometown.
I used to be so into that too. I used to be, but like now, again, like you said, comfort shows. Like it's always Grey's, or it's. I've been watching. I watched New Girl, and then I watched. Now
I have to rewatch New Girl.
Have to watch New Girl. It is the most underrated, funniest fucking show.
And I will say, I've said it before. I will say it here on this podcast. Hear me loud and clear. Funnier than Friends.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%. Yes. It is hands down one of the funniest shows you will ever watch.
What do you need?
What do you need? And now I'm watching How I Met Your Mother, and I just rewatched Dawson's Creek again.
Like trauma. You love trauma. That's your problem. Your life isn't full of drama, Christina. You want to just traumatize yourself? Maybe it's comparable, right? You're like, at least I'm not going through this.
Yes, exactly. It's just.
Did I tell you the show you need to watch then? And I don't know if you watched it in the original run. You probably didn't because you're a bit young. You need to rewatch Party of Five because life is better. Life is better than the Salingers' life. Trust me.
My sister used to watch it a lot, but like I couldn't get into it because again, I either was too young or I didn't really understand what was going on. So I have to rewatch that. And actually, at night, every night for the past month or so, we've been watching Full House with Rosaria. So we're rewatching like the original Full House. Oh, you have to watch it. It's so good. Dawson's Creek.
And then you realize that your childhood self was right. DJ is a cunt.
Oh my God, so annoying.
In real life too.
So annoying.
Who knew that we would be on the side of Kimmy Gibbler?
Yeah.
2025.
It's funny because like she reminds me of me when I was a kid. But then like I really mostly identified as Stephanie when I was younger. But like right now as an adult, like I was Kimmy Gibbler. I was that annoying, crazy little neighbor coming over my calm.
Hi, Tanneritos. You're like,
yeah, I'd be like, you want bow cards? What's going on? Like, so. Yeah.
You know what I saw? Speaking of classic TV shows, that they're doing a Family Matters sequel series. I think the Urkel is making a return.
I rewatched that too.
Good show. We got very.
I didn't like the way it ended. It ended very abruptly.
Yeah.
I think that endings are bad. I think that very few endings live up to the series.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Will and Grace never didn't stick the landing twice. It's like, how do you fuck that up? Like, how do you fuck that up? You have so much goodwill. You have so much goodwill. I hate a shitty final episode. But look, the one show that has a good final episode and that is coming back again, Buffy. Buffy's is pretty. Everything resolved. The power is everything. Women all have the power to be their own heroes. What do you do next? Question mark. What a great way to end the show. Yeah. Then we're going to get an answer to it fucking next year. Well, okay, I'm gonna be in my fucking element next year. Buffy and the X-Files are both back. Talk to me later.
The X-Files are coming back too?
X-Files?
Yeah. Ryan Coogler's X-Files too, so it's gonna be fucking weird and intense.
Wow.
Like I loved Buffy when I was younger, and I actually tried to rewatch it again, like just.
I think you got to get in the groove.
And yeah, it takes a very
it's that first season
episodes.
It's that first season. You just gotta sit, because I don't think even they knew what they were doing in those first couple of episodes. But by the end of the first season, you're like, oh, this is the shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You just gotta get to the end of that first season.
Gotta pick up. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about TV. We've been talking about TV for a fucking
I know, right?
hot minute. Because we like distraction, and everyone likes distraction, because in the middle of the night you can pardon people who caused electoral fraud, but that's okay too, because no one was awake to find out about it.
Well, he pardoned 77 people in the middle of the night. All of them connected with the electors fraud from the 2020 election, where the fake electors were trying to certify Donald Trump as the winner, even though they were never elected themselves. They were not elected officials. They just created an affidavit that was very identical across 17 states that said, I so-and-so do this and swear this and blah, blah, blah. Very carbon copied affidavit that said that they were electors, even though they weren't. They were called the fake electors. Many of them are still in trial. Not everybody has been tried. Nobody was actually in prison except Rudy. I think Rudy went to prison. Did Rudy go to jail? I don't know.
Who can remember?
But
Rudy's got bigger problems.
The problem is not that, well, the problem is that he pardoned these people for helping him try to steal the election. But it also is that he completely circumvented the processes. And this is the biggest complaint I have about this administration. They have completely circumvented all of the processes. There is a process, a rule. There are rules in place for how you pardon criminals. You know, they have to have been on the list for at least 5 years. They have to have applied through the pardon attorneys. You know, they have to have committed certain types of crime. People who commit murder are not eligible. People who do, you know, different types of crime are not eligible. He completely circumvented the list of people who've been on the list for 5 years. He completely pardoned people who've never applied for a pardon, and he pardoned people who haven't even gone to trial yet.
Yeah.
You know?
How can you pardon someone that isn't convicted of anything?
Right. Yeah. You know, he really thinks we elected him king and the rules do not apply.
Mm-hmm. There are some rules that do apply, though,
what?
to this bitch, and it was delicious. Bye. I've seen so many memes about her. This is what happens to your hair when this is what happens to your hair when the gays hate you.
Oh my god!
I mean,
sorry.
pretty great.
Plus, it's going to cost her. She has to pay $300,000 in court costs.
This is Kim Davies, the former Kentucky clerk who refused to do the same-sex marriage and went to court for it and all that kind of stuff, and questioned the Constitution. She appealed to the Supreme Court to have it re-looked at, and they declined to take up the case, which is not a victory. Let's put it this way: it's not a victory, but it is a reassuring sign that not everything is going to hell in a handbasket, and the fact that she has to pay the bills is just delicious.
When they decline it, it's usually because there's no standing. You have to have enough evidence that your rights have been violated, and she did not.
No.
You know, so she did not have standing. That's why they declined to hear the case.
It is, look. I wasn't going to do this, but I want to sometimes assume that I'm the bigger person. That's not always the way. When you put hate, misogyny, bigotry out into the world, sometimes you have to realize that comes with a price.
Yep.
You know, if you're going to say shit and mean it, then say it with your whole chest and I can't find his name. Where are you? I'm going through the comments.
The Andrew guy?
Yeah. So if you go back to, there was a little bit of a scuffle in the group comments about the sexiest man alive, Jonathan Bailey article, where we had this random person. I will find you, you fucker.
I believe his name was Andrew Lichard.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I am embarrassed and ashamed for you, and the whole internet now knows exactly what kind of person you are, because you jumped on an article, started to just slightly be a little bit homophobic and bigoted, and then came out and said it in a comment, and then quickly changed that comment. But guess what?
The deleted comment.
The people who run the page see everything.
But I just looked at it and went, oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think he thought it was a boss move calling essentially me a queer. I'm like, baby, that's foreplay. You wanna play that game. But no, it's and again, we have said this on this show many, many times. Words don't have power, but the meaning behind them do. And that showed me exactly who this person was. So those comments are on the page if you want to go have a look in the Jonathan Bailey, man, hottest man of the year. His profile is there. Nice pink tie, by the way.
Oh, I love the floral tie on the tux.
Yeah. Don't fuck with people on the internet because I will find out everything.
We don't have a picture of this guy? I don't even know who this John is.
Look, we might even find out your financial details. That's all. I mean, you want to be spreading some hate? We can spread some hate, but that's okay. Bigger person, just had to bring it up.
Huh?
Look, Christina. That's all good. The matter of truth is something important, right? We like transparency. That's the biggest thing today. I don't know if you guys saw Paris Jackson has been quite transparent today.
No, I missed
the
this.
10th. So Paris Jackson took to Instagram/TikTok, and she has exposed her previous drug use. On November 10th, she revealed that she has a perforated septum from drug use. She showed it on TikTok. She held the light up to it. You can see the quite significant nose hole in her cartilage. It's there.
Wow.
She said, I realize I've never addressed this and it can sometimes be very noticeable. I have a really loud whistle when I breathe through my nose, and that's because of what I have, what is called a perforated septum. This is from what you think it's from. Don't do drugs, kids. I don't recommend it because drugs ruined my life.
I was going to say, she had a singing career at one point.
Well, she still does. She still makes music. She says, I'm almost 6 years sober.
The whistle?
Well, yeah. This is what she's saying. Even though it's detrimental to what she does, she doesn't get it fixed, and this is why. She says, I'm almost 6 years sober. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, really.
And you have to take pills when you have surgery, and that's gnarly. I don't want to fuck with that, which, to her credit. And she just celebrated her sobriety anniversary, and she spoke at Friendly House Awards luncheon in Los Angeles on October 11th. She said, I didn't just get my life back, I got a better one. I say it's funny. I feel like getting sober was kind of like getting into a car accident because everything I shoved in the back seat moved forward on impact. And today I'm learning to navigate life on life's terms. That's pretty fucking deep. I'm like, you go, girl. The transparency, because this show is all about her investigating the dirty secrets of life and politics and love and pop culture. And she's just like, yeah, I was a drug addict. It did this to me. This is why I don't get it. This is why I don't fix it. And I'm hoping that me sharing it makes a difference. When she could just sit back and go, Michael Jackson money, Michael Jackson money, and not say anything. I applaud that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It shows growth. It shows wisdom. It shows all of the things. Maturity, which may be questionable in this next story. You tell me. So Orlando Bloom.
Oh.
This is a little post-Halloween. Katie has hard launched her new relationship with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, but it looks like Orlando Bloom may be doing the same thing, as he appeared on actress Rachel Lynn Matthews' Halloween post on social media, where she just happened to be dressed as Katy Perry in her Blue Origin spacesuit, and accompanied the photo with Katy famously kissing the Earth after her 5 seconds in space when she became an astronaut.
That's fucking amazing.
Right, right. It's pretty funny,
and I love it.
It's mean-spirited as hell, but it's really fucking funny.
I don't think it's that mean-spirited. I think it's just like, bitch, come on, like you. It
I think Katy made a fool of herself in that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Katy made a fool of it, but I think Katy is sometimes present enough to know that she does shit like this, because recently she's released new music because of the flop of last year, and her new she said, "At least I still have one fan," and it's a picture of Orlando Bloom. So I think she gets it. She knows that it's all a game, it's all media, it's all part of what we do.
Well, I will say this.
That's pretty funny.
Kate's behalf. If you still have to take a shot at your ex, you aren't over them.
Right, yeah.
So, she didn't take a shot at him, but they took a shot at her.
She did. Yeah, turnabout is fair play. It was pretty cute though. I laughed.
I was like,
funny. That's some funny shit.
That is some pretty funny shit.
And the girl that did it, I'm like, tick. Well, you've just become relevant in a huge way. that's not only did you
who are you?
Make sure your name is in the algorithm, but you scored Orlando Bloom. We've all seen those stand-up paddleboard photos.
Yep.
We know what's going on there. Now tell me if you would be annoyed at this. You guys know Jelly Roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jelly Roll has just completed, his first tour down under. And he cancelled his first ever New Zealand show hours, and we're talking 2 hours before it was due to start, when people were already at the venue due to illness.
Right.
Now, yeah, which is not great. That's not great. But the problem is, people on the magic that is social media, they're saying he was spotted partying the night before. So the reason that his illness is self-inflicted.
Ooh.
That would, if I was at that show, that would piss me off. Like, if you're that, we've all been that hungover, right?
Yeah.
We've all been that hungover where it hurts to function. That early in the day. You don't get to 2 hours before work and go, oh. I know sometimes you hope you can rally.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do, and we've all done that as well. We've all done that, standing in the shower, doing these ones. Oh God! Had to Uber to work that day. That was not good. I got there. I'm like, I'm still drunk. I don't know. It was a long day, and it was Christmas time too. But I have an issue when performers do it, because that you work at certain times. It's not like they sprung a concert on you.
Right.
You're literally traveling to do this job. That is what pisses me off a little bit. But we know
definitively that was the illness.
Who knows?
No.
Who knows? But I can understand why people are annoyed. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think that these big singers like this, like especially Jelly Roll, right? Like, I don't think he would cancel just because he was hungover. I think he might have had like a stomach flu and was throwing up, I think it's something more obviously than just a hangover. Because
I mean,
what is a bad performance? Who fucking cares? At least he's fucking Jelly Roll.
At least you're there. At least you're there. You're there for the
take
vibes.
it on the chin. Yeah, take it on the chin. Get over with the TikTok. It'll be over in a week. It'll be the story of a day, and then move on, right?
But at the end of the day,
did he reschedule? Did people get their money back?
Nope. Oh, they got their money back. They didn't reschedule because it was a festival. At the end of the day, if people like Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones and fucking Ozzy Osbourne can get up on stage in their prime with the amount of illegal substances flowing through their bodies, I think maybe we need to just harden up a little bit. You know? I mean, come on. What's Beyonce going to do? I had a bad wheatgrass juice shot and can't go on stage. Do 17 kilos of cocaine and then come on. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, like get over it.
Have a perforated nose. Let's come on, kids. Lighten up. Look to your elders. They did it, so you didn't have to.
It was a different grade of cocaine back then.
It was a different grade. Not that I know.
I don't know what it was like back then.
Me either. Well, I wasn't alive in the 70s.
I don't know what it was like at all. Come on.
No, we don't know anything about
anything.
Ever.
Never, ever. Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. I'm going to speak up. There is a little bit of higgling in the world happening. Probably don't care about this because it's not really of our generation. But Zayn Malik has officially, again, rejoined One Direction.
You knew that was coming.
10 years after they left. Not in a musical sense, but in the designation of their... No, in the designation of their royalties, etc., etc. He is once again named director of the band's company, PPM Music, a title which he forfeited in 2016 when he left the group. But on November 3rd, new documents were released listing him, Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, and Niall Horan all as active directors as of that date.
Right.
Smells to me like something's going on, you know? Like, oh. And if it does, the whole world will explode if One Direction pull their shit together. But they've had a very traumatic thing happen. And that can
bring you together.
Mend bridges, you know, it can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to think of a situation in life where there are very few people that I do not engage with at all anymore. You know, I can cut people out, but it's not a matter of you are dead to me and I will never speak to you again. If I see someone in public, I'll go, at least I'll acknowledge that you're an existing human being. I'm not like I've never seen you before in my life. But death is a big thing, especially death at a young age and death when there is unfinished business and things unsaid. It can really be the catalyst for fixing things and healing a little bit.
Yep.
So
and they were all there at the funeral. They were, they were together at the funeral.
This is correct. It was family togetherness, and
they mended a few fences.
They also didn't exploit that fact either, because it was private. They weren't photographed together. They went to lengths to make sure that they weren't photographed together at that funeral because they wanted the funeral to be about Liam.
Right.
Which, your funeral should probably be about you at the end of the day. And you would hope it is. But, well, we've all been to funerals where it isn't about the person that died.
Yes, we have.
We have. It's and sometimes that's interesting to do, like, oh, this is your trauma. This has only happened to this one person. Just to you. Just to you it's happened.
Just to you.
This is your starring role, is it?
I am.
Starring role. I'm a professional victim.
When my grandmother passed, the granddaughters were in a separate car from the rest of the family. And my cousin's girlfriend agreed to drive the car. And you will not believe who cried the hardest at the funeral.
The cousin's girlfriend?
My cousin's girlfriend. Oh, I feel so bad for you guys.
Oh my God.
To this day, when somebody's stealing focus at a funeral, Dee and I look at each other. She's pulling a Tammy.
Look, when it becomes a term, I like that. I enjoy that.
She's pulling a Tammy.
There are things that happen with regularity. You got to name them. You got to love them.
Yeah.
Almost weekly, Vera gets fuming about something, and that's why we had to create a segment called Vera Vents.
That's why.
Okay, V, it's your time. 3, 2, 1, vent.
We did already lightly touch upon this topic, and that was the Epstein emails coming out today. And the reason I want to revisit it is because I was quite appalled at the right-wing conversation about this. People saying that, well, you can't call him a pedophile because these girls weren't 5. You can't call him a pedophile because some of these girls looked older. Yeah. There's a legal statute that states unequivocally that if a child is under 18 years old, they are not allowed to give consent. Now, the age of consent was much lower for hundreds of years. In 1880s in this country, I think the age of consent was as low as 7 years old in some states. Over the years, we've evolved a little bit, and in 1965, we universally raised the age of consent to 18. But in the 70s, when I was in high school, there were still plenty of men trying to date teenagers. And in my personal circle, I can name 7 teenage girls who had affairs with older men, some of them married. And the men that were talking about this today wanted to act like it was a victimless crime. The reason that I know about most of these was not because I was privy to information. No, a couple of them I was privy to information. But with 3 of the 7, they exploded spectacularly years later when these young women came back and made public the scandal. And to a person, out of all these women, they all talk about the damage that this relationship inflicted. One of the young women was a very close friend of mine. And she spent years telling everybody that she was in love with this man and it was a love affair. It wasn't sordid. And then in her 30s, she was a single mom trying to put herself through med school, and she decided to have some therapy. And she finally figured out that this wasn't a love story. This was exploitive, this was dangerous, and this was damaging. She felt that the things that happened in this relationship, because of the unequal power dynamic, had damaged her psyche and her ability to trust for the rest of her life. One young woman came back and spectacularly sued the school district because she said there were people in the school district who knew about this relationship and let it go on. And she also told the same story about how this relationship with this older man, whether she consented or not at the age of 15, damaged her for life. These young women who are coming forward are victims. And the Me Too movement should have proven to us beyond a shadow of a doubt that we need to believe the victims. So yeah, don't come at me with he's not having sex with 5-year-olds, so he's not truly a pedophile. These young women are getting hurt and damaged, and that's why they're coming forward. They're not receiving a payday. They're in constant pain. Virginia Giuffre was in so much pain that she ended her life. So yeah, there are victims. And according to the records that have been released and the records that we know took place in the Florida case and in the DOJ, there are thousands of victims. Whether Donald Trump was part of all those, I don't know. But I think we all deserve to know. If somebody's committing these atrocities, they need to be prosecuted. You cannot use people and hurt people willy-nilly for personal pleasure, because these aren't love stories. These young women who may have said yes at the time were not of age to give consent. And the reason the age was raised is because we know now that the amygdala, the frontal lobe of the brain, doesn't completely form until late teen, early adulthood. And that is the center that controls judgment. These young women were not in a place where they could make this judgment, and these men exploited their need at the time for money, security, and love. It's an exploitive, disastrous, damaging relationship. And these men, whoever they are, I don't care, they need to be prosecuted. End of story.
Well said. There isn't a timeline or a time limit on accountability. Your perception of events can change, but it doesn't make what people do to you change.
Out of these 7 girls that I know that I went to high school with, almost 6 of them have come forward and said, this relationship destroyed my life. You know?
And we look at people that suffer abuse in religious institutions and stuff like that. It is something that sometimes you can't come to terms with.
Right.
Even, survivors of incest, rape, all that kind of stuff. It's something that you can't always come to terms with and label straight away.
Oh, especially with clergy
for very many
and
reasons.
Police officers. These are people who are supposed to protect you, you know?
Me Too movement. Look, sometimes it's not things that you can label straight away and go, oh, this was a crime. It's always been a crime. And
when you're 15 and your amygdala is not completely formed and you don't have that judgment and you don't understand and you don't even have the words to understand power dynamics and exploitation, it doesn't make sense to you. You're getting instant gratification and you think it's what you want, but in years later,
attention that you mistake for love.
Yeah.
You know, it's all that kind of
later,
stuff.
These women are talking about the damage. Virginia Giuffre talked about the damage, you know, and I'm sure that when and if all those thousands of other depositions come out, these people will talk about the damage. And Michael Cohen insists that there's a few young men on that list too.
Oh, they would have to. I mean, look at Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't change anything that happened to Corey Feldman.
Nope.
You know, it doesn't. Just time does not dilute things, and it doesn't change what happens. So it's how you deal with it and how you perceive it.
Yeah.
But we have dealt our blows this week. We have knocked the news cycle on its little ass. But a little bit of pleasant news. We're getting to the silly season. And one of my favorite movies, which I think we're going to cover this year because we haven't yet, is finally getting a sequel. Gremlins 3 is coming out in 2027. Gizmo will be back on the big screen where he belongs. Show me somebody who doesn't like Gremlins and I'll show you a bad time. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love that movie?
Right. Classic.
That is just for Kate's monologues about what horrible things that happens to her. I just love
Gremlins too.
I never saw Gremlins 2 is great.
But I saw Gremlins.
Go. Maybe an incoming assigned seating. Because Vera and I are going to get freaky next week. Oh, Freakier Fridays hit streaming, kids. It's time to body swap our way through another generation. There's going to be some uncensored horror. There is some other stuff bubbling in the background. As always, it has been lovely to have you. If you don't already, go have a listen to all of our past endeavors. It's all there. Also, jump onto the YouTube. Keep watching. Keep subscribing. We would like a bit of boost. It's been a while since we've had a boost. So, boost. Uncensored Radio. We're not the car racing one.
No, we are not.
I feel like that should be our new slogan. We're not the car racing one. It's very
Even
cute.
who knows who we are, have had trouble finding us and gone to the car racing one.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Shit happens, and that's a beautiful way to end today's show. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Vera. I have been Steve. This has been UCR Live. We're coming back at you with even more gossip, and gremlins next week. Take it easy, folks.
Bye.
Share the love. Bye.